Okay, you guys, I am back. It's Kat here, and as promised, I am here, and I'm going to be sharing with you all a strategy for how to get people to actually say yes to your course. So let me go ahead and mute this. Boop. All right, it's muted. All right, so I'm going to be sharing with you all a strategy and a way to help people get to the yes. All right, so hey, Nabia. Hi, honey. Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. Make sure when you come in that you say, hey, and howdy. That way I know who you are, okay? So thanks so much. Oh, thank you so much, Nabia. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Okay, so here's the thing. The thing is that people actually want to say yes to your course. Hey, Nicole, how are you, honey? We got your request, okay? So not to worry, we got you, babe. Hey there, Andrea. Nice to see you, honey. Okay, so as promised, I am coming in. I'm going to share with you all a strategy for helping people to say yes to your courses. And by the way, this works with not only courses, but if you're selling books or if you're selling whatever it is that you're selling, okay? But courses, that's my zhuzh. So that's how we're going to focus today, okay? And if that's okay with you all, would you please share this out to your other course crushers so that they can make sure that they are on, okay? Because I'm going to be sharing with you all a technique, a strategy. I'm going to be teaching you all the psychology behind actually getting people to say yes, all right? And that is what we want. So please go ahead and share. We are talking about saying yes. And here's the thing, you guys. I come back and watch the videos later because that helps me to know the parts that you all actually got and if I need to come in and give any other further clarification. So I want to know if you all will help me out with this, okay? And all I need you to do is if I say something that resonates with you, that you get it, and you say, yes, that's something that I can use today. That's something I understand right now. And Kat, I totally get it. If I say something that you totally get, I want you to put in the chat, got it, Kat. Okay, got it, Kat. Okay, and of course that's Kat with a K. All right. So if I say something that resonates with you, and you say yes, I want you to put got it, Kat in the chat. All right. So let's practice. Okay. Go ahead and right now, hey, if you're ready for me to get started with this strategy, I want you to put got it, Kat in the chat. All right. Let's see if we can get got it, Kat in the chat a few times. All right, but you can put got it, Kat in the chat at any time. You don't have to wait for me. All right, as soon as I say something that resonates with you, I want you to put got it, Kat in the chat. Okay, let me see if I got any got it, Cats. Okay, Nabia, thank you, honey. I see a got it, Kat. Nicole, I see a got it, Kat. Okay, I see that. Okay, awesome. I appreciate that, Nicole. Gave me a double portion. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So y'all got it. That helps me to know when in the video I'm actually saying something that resonates with you so that I can continue to expound upon that and give you guys clarification on some things. All right. Or maybe where I need to come in and give any additional information. Okay. So I appreciate that. All right. So here we go. Thank you so much for liking the video, Dorothea. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I think it's better if I actually show you all what I'm talking about instead of just telling it. So I was saying to you earlier that people want to get information from you. They want to learn from you. The thing is that they've got to actually get to the yes, okay? Now, sometimes it is easier for them to get to the yes, and sometimes it's harder for them to get to the yes. We want to make it easier for them to get to the yes. So this is something that I want you all to know how to do and how to think about your content in a little bit different way so that when you are going live on Periscope, you're going live on Facebook, you're going live on Instagram, I want you to think about the journey that your learner is actually on, all right? Because if you are able to connect with them on their journey, then you're going to make it easier for them to say yes, okay? You're going to make it easier for them to say yes. I'm going to say that again. if you can connect with them on their journey, you will make it easier for them to say yes. Okay. If you got that, put got it, Cat, in the chat. Okay. If you got that, please put got it, Cat, in the chat. That lets me know that you got it. Okay. And I am going to share my screen for just a moment. All right. Just a moment. That's the awesome thing about Zoom, is that you can share your screen. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. And when I share my screen at first, you guys are going to see yourselves. All right, there you are on my Facebook page. Hey, you guys. So now you're seeing me double. All right, so I'm going to come on over here, and I'm going to put this in slideshow mode. Slideshow. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're talking about how to actually help people get to the yes faster. All right, so here's the thing. All right, so like, why do you have your picture there, Kat? Why is it all big and stuff? Listen, you want people to feel as though this lady knows her stuff. Okay, that you, Nabia and Dorothea and all you guys who are on, your person wants to be able to point to you as the person who knows what they are talking about. Okay, it is really, really important and critical and crucial that you get your learner, your audience, your customer to say she knows what she's talking about. Okay, I'm going to come back over here to you guys for just a minute, because I want to make sure that you all get this. Okay, I want to make sure that you all get this. You want your learners to say she knows what she's talking about. If people feel as though you know what you're talking about, then you will get to the answer faster. You will get to the yes faster. So, Kat, how do I get my audience to feel as though I know what I'm talking about? Like, if you think about it, it's a little counterintuitive, because how does someone who doesn't know your topic believe that you know what you're talking about? Yes, Nicole, you're experts. How, if you think about it, it really kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. How is it that someone who does not know your topic could know whether or not you know what you're talking about? Like, how do you know I know what I'm talking about? There's no way, right? Guess what? There is a way. And if you can tap into your learner's journey and get them to see that you know what you're talking about, then you are going to get to the yes. Okay, if y'all got it, put got it, Cat, in the chat. If you got it, put got it, Cat, in the chat. Before I move on, I want to make sure that you all get this, okay? Those of you all who are new to me in the group, you all know that I'm Kat the Course Builder, but I've been a course builder for the last 16 years. I have traveled all over this country, making money by teaching people how to sell by teaching. So that is what we're talking about. Hey, Sandra, thank you, baby. Thank you for liking the video. I appreciate that. So I have made a lot of money selling by teaching. So I'm teaching you all a strategy for how to get people to say yes. Okay? And when I was doing it, it was a lot more difficult, okay? Okay, so here's a psychological idea that you need to be aware of if you want to get people to say yes to your course faster. Okay, Andrea, do you have a question? She says, get them to know that you know what you're talking. Yes, you want to get them to know. That's exactly right, Andrea. You want to get them to know that you know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's talk about how we get them to that point. So now I'm going to go back and share my screen again. And while I'm sharing my screen, if you haven't shared out, please share out, okay? Sharing is caring, and this is what we're doing. We are sharing out, loves, okay? So I'm going to share my screen, and you are going to share as well, okay? Let's all do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, here we go. We're all sharing, okay? All right, awesome. So let me go back to that PowerPoint because I just wanted to show you just a little visual of what I'm talking about, okay? Where's my mouse? My mouse. Mouse, where are you? Okay, awesome. Okay, so here we go. All right, we already saw that. Whoop. Okay, so here's what I want you to see, okay? Here is a theoretical journey that a person is going on. They want to learn a certain topic. Let's just say that they want to learn, let's take Nicole's topic, okay? Let's just say that they want to learn how to budget more effectively. All right? They want to budget better, okay? So this lady here, she really wants to budget better than what she's been doing. Okay, so you can see that under this red square, she's really frustrated. Like she's just like, what's going on here? So these boxes represent her journey. Okay, these boxes represent her journey. So what I'm showing you is how you are going to tune into her journey to get her to the yes for your course. Okay. You're going to get her to the yes by getting her to realize that you know what you're talking about. If people still have a question about whether or not you know what you're talking about, you're going to have a harder time getting to the yes. Okay? So how do we do that? These boxes represent her journey. She started here in this box here. She started here in this box. She started maybe taking a class on budgeting, and she got some successes, and she was able to sort of outline her budget, and she went to the next step. All right. She learned a little bit more. Maybe she took somebody else's class. Maybe she read a book. Maybe she watched a program on it. Who knows what? But she was able to move further with her budgeting, and she was able to see some level of success. All right, great. So she's doing great. She decided to take an online course, okay, on budgeting, and she learned even more. She's not quite where she wants to be. She's not able to really follow her budget just yet. She still has some learning to do. She still has a ways to go, but she's further along than where she was in the beginning. All right. So let's just kind of follow her journey. She started here out and she decided she wanted to learn about budgeting. So she took a little class here, a little class there, and she learned something about budgeting. Not enough to get her where she wants to be, but enough to get her going. So then she took another class, or maybe she read a book or she did something else, and she learned a little bit more. Okay, she learned a little bit more, but not enough to get her where she wants to be. So she's still on her journey. Okay, let's follow along. So she decided, you know what? I learned some more. Now I want to really get this budget together. So what I'm going to have to do in order to get my budget together, I'm going to have to take a more in-depth class on doing that. So she signs up for another class. All right. So let's just say that's here at level 3. So she's like, okay, I'm closer to where I want to be, but I'm not quite there, but I'm really excited about where this is going. I think that if I keep going, I'm going to actually finally get my budget together, which means if I get my budget together, I'll be able to save money and I'll be able to buy that dream house that I've always wanted. So it's really important to me that I learn this thing about budgeting. Okay. So I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. Right. So here she is. And then what happens? Life. Okay. Something happens in life and she is not able to continue with her learning on her journey of learning about budgeting. Something stops her in her tracks. So what stops people? Okay, go ahead and put it in the chat. What stops people on their journey? I'm going to come back over because I really want to see some answers that you all give about why do people stop on their journey? They're excited, they're enthusiastic, and then something happens. What typically happens there? I'm going to come back over here because I want to see you all, and I definitely want to hear your see your responses to what you think is going on. Why is it that why is it that she stopped moving along on her journey? Lazy? Oh no. I don't know about lazy, but sometimes, yeah, definitely. Death, yes, Nicole. What else? Divorce, loss of job, loss of focus, absolutely. Those are great responses. Yep, thank you so much. Yeah, those are great. So any one of those reasons could account for why she didn't finish. Okay. Why? Hey, Loretta, thank you guys. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, discouraged. Maybe she got discouraged. Great, Nabia. We don't know why she stopped along her journey, but somewhere along her journey, it just didn't happen. Okay. So let's fast forward in time. Okay. Here she is here. All right. Here she is here. She has stopped on her journey. And now, guess what? She's run into Nicole. There's Nicole with a class that she can offer this lady, right? Let's call her Melanie. All right. So Melanie wants to continue on her budgeting journey, but she doesn't, she stopped along the way. So one day she finds Melanie's class. And she says, you know what? I got out of budgeting. I stopped it for a long time. And now I'm ready to get back into budgeting. So here she is. All right. And she found Nicole's course on budgeting. And she's like, woohoo, I'm going to get back into it. I feel like I'm back focused again. I don't have all of the family distractions anymore. I don't have all this other stuff going on. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take Nicole's course on budgeting. Okay, that's where we are. Okay, now, Nicole, you have a course that you are, let me come back over here. All right, you have your budgeting course, right? So now you are offering your budgeting course to Melanie. And you want Melanie to say yes because you know that you can help Melanie. But Melanie doesn't know if she should say yes to you. You want Melanie to say what? She knows what? You want her to say what? She knows. Y'all, somebody put it in the chat. You want her to say what? How are we going to get her to say yes faster? How are we going to get her to the yes? You want her to say what? Somebody say it. Yes, we want her to say yes. But what is the thought process? We want her to be thinking what? She knows what? Y'all typing slow. I'm hungry. That's right. That's right. She has to know that I am the expert. Absolutely. She has to be able to say to herself that Nicole, she knows what she's talking about. She knows what, that's right, Nicole. She has to know that you know what you are talking about. How does she know that you know what you are talking about if she doesn't know the topic? That's why she's contemplating getting into your course. That's why. Okay. So here's how you do it. You have got to teach to the process. This is how you're going to sell by teaching. You are going to teach to the process. So what do I mean by that? I'm going to go back to sharing my screen and show you what I mean. Share. Nope. Okay. There we go. So let me go back over here. All right. So what I mean by teaching to the process, when you get on Periscope, when you get on Facebook Live, when you get on Facebook, did I say Facebook already? Facebook. You are going to talk about the process, right, of that learning journey that she's already been on. So that's the key. So that means, Nicole, that you're going to talk about the outlining process. You're going to talk about the things that she's already been through. Okay, so she's going to hear you talking about the outlining process. She's going to hear you talking about things that you need to cut out and things that you need to add to and things that you need to do. And she's going to say, you know what? She knows what she's talking about, because you know what? I took a class on that and that they said the exact same thing. And I tried it and it was working. This lady knows what she's talking about. So Nicole, this is what you're going to do. You're going to teach to the process. You're going to talk about the journey. You're going to say, first, you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this. Okay, because these are standard things that you are teaching that are standard that she would have already come in contact with. She would have already learned from someone else. So what you are talking is congruent with what she's already learned. Okay, it's congruent with what she's already learned. So this is a adult learning theory truism, that adult learners, in order for them to learn and want to learn from you, they have to be able to connect what you're teaching now with what they've already learned. Okay, that is how adults learn, and that's how they want to learn. They want to connect the dots. The better that you get at connecting the dots, the better and the easier it is going to be for them to say yes to your course, because they're going to say, she knows what she's talking about because I've been there, I've done that. Now, I don't know this part because guess what? I stopped. And because I stopped, for whatever reason, I wasn't able to get way over here to where I really want to be. I wasn't able to quite get there. Maybe, just maybe, Nicole can get me there. But I think she can get me there because guess what? She's already spoken to my journey, to my process. She's been there. She's done that. And so therefore, I know and I believe that she knows what she's talking about. Therefore, I will say yes. If you got it, put got it, Cat, in the chat. Put got it, Cat, in the chat. If you got it, put got it, Cat, in the chat. Put got it, Cat, in the chat. You guys, what I'm sharing with you is very strategic. Okay? Very strategic. You are going to teach to the process, and wherever she is in her process, she is going to connect that you know what you're talking about. That's what people want to know in order to say yes. When you are using teaching skills in order to sell to adult people, then there are some strategic things that you have got to do in order to accomplish it. One of those things is teaching to something that they already connect the dots with. So here's what happens. When you all are teaching something and you all are kind of going against the grain of what they already think something is supposed to be, you make it harder for them to say yes. You make it harder for them to say yes. You want to make it easy for them to say yes by speaking to a process that they understand. by speaking to a process that maybe they haven't finished, but they've at least started. So I want you all to make sure that you get this. Nicole, awesome sauce. Oh, thanks, Nicole. I want this to help you. I'm telling you guys, this is gold nuggets right here. I'm telling you, because when you all are getting on social media, some of you all who are going live on Periscope, you're going live on Facebook, you're going live on Instagram and all of this, and you guys are going all over the place and all against the grain, and people are like, does she really know what she's talking about? Does she really know what she's talking about? And if I have to question whether you know what you're talking about, I'm not going to say yes, at least not right now. I'm not going to say yes now. I'm going to wait. I want to reserve judgment, and I'm going to wait until I know in my mind she knows what she's talking about. Then that's not a barrier anymore, and I can just say yes. It's easier. It's easier. That's how I can get to it. Okay, so do you guys have questions on that? That was some super duper awesome sauce right there. So I am hoping that you all will go back this weekend and revamp your content, strategy. If you want people to actually say yes, adult learners, they got to know you know what you're talking about. But you have to teach to the journey. Okay, somebody say that. Teach to the journey. Thank you, Nabia. Thank you, honey. Okay, you have to teach to the journey, and people will say yes. They want to follow you. They want to. But if you're all over the place and you're not talking about the journey of it, how do they know they can connect with you in that way, in a paid situation? So you got to help them. Okay, help them. Okay, so listen, you guys, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was something that's going to help you move forward. Okay, make sure that you rewatch this video because it probably won't be up forever and ever. In fact, I know it won't. Okay, so make sure that you are you take good notes on this. Make sure you rewatch it and share it out and all that kind of good stuff, because that was just some good stuff in there. I don't even have to give you a whole lot more. Okay, it was very helpful, very good. Awesome. Yes, get to the yes. And I just gave you all a really, really good strategy for how to get to the yes. Okay, so let me come back over here. I'm going to come back where I am. Okay, awesome sauce. Okay, so listen, you guys, if you all are watching this a little bit later on and you have questions and you're like, hey, I'm not really sure, whatever it is, make sure that you leave the questions down in the chat. And guess what? I'm going to be watching for those got it cats in the chat. Okay, I'm going to be looking for those got it cats in the chat. All right, so listen, you guys, I hope that this helped you a lot. And if you guys are not on my if you're not in my list, if you're not on my email list where you get notifications from me, then you definitely want to make sure that you're doing that, because I give special offers only to my list. All right, so in order to get on my list, you want to go over to bit.ly/teachmekat. All right, and that's how you get on. All right, so I hope this was helpful, you guys. I want you all to stay safe this weekend. Stay safe, stay dry, and I will be in later to chat with you guys. Okay, so take care of yourselves and remember, stay on course. All right, I'll talk